Hello, I wanted to show you how you can make a Venn diagram. Um, Google Sheets is probably the easiest place that you will find to do this. You are going to insert a drawing and a new drawing, and then this drawing board is going to come up. We know that Venn diagrams are circles, so you're going to choose the circle button here, but under Shapes, pick a nice circle. When you create the circle of the size you want, that looks good. I would do a right click and copy. Oops, sorry, I'm used to right click. Do a Control C and then a Control V to paste it. That way you have your circle the exact same size. And what we want to do now is we want to look at the shading of this so we can actually see the full circles. So pick whatever colors you'd like. Let's do a nice peach. I like this blue. Now, click on the second circle. And when you choose this, you're going to go to Custom. And you're going to see these two things that talk about the opaqueness. And this one shows how transparent it is. You want to scroll this one down a good ways. And when you do that, you're going to see that second or that first, the overlapped circle show through. I'm going to change this color from that to maybe something a little darker. And then now I've got to redo it. So I'm going to custom and make this a little bit more see-through. And you can play around with that. That's good enough. All right, so I have my two circles now. You can use a text box. And what I would like to do, let me save that. I'll pull that over. I have two categories here. I have whether you play a sport or whether you play an instrument. So I want to get this information on my Venn diagram. In the drawing, you can do a text box, and we could say music. And I've just found that you can just kind of move it over so you can see what you need to. And then this one is going to be, actually add it, every time you have to add a new text box. So add a text box here, and this one is going to be sport. I also need, just move it around so it's just in there. I also need, there's some kids that don't play either sport. So we're going to go back to Shapes and do a rectangle. And I'm going to draw that rectangle around there. Now that one, I need this to be completely see-through, transparent. So just when you pick the shade color, just pick transparent. So now I know that anyone who's in the orange plays music, anyone who's in the blue plays sports. So then we want to get our information here. Now this is a little bit, I think that old one is still there. Sorry, I'm trying to make that larger for you. Okay, so now we want to put our values in there. And again, you're going to do this with a text box. So for music, plays an instrument, there are 11. So we know that there's 11 in this orange circle. We know that there are, for the sport, we know that there are 10. Now, how many of them play an instrument and a sport? 8. So you want that middle number to be 8. So I'm going to do a text box. I want that to be 8. Move that over if I would like. And remember, there were 11 that did music. So if 8 do both, how many are left over? Well, that's going to be 3 left over. There were 10 that did the sport, 8 that did both. So that leaves 2 left over. Now, the only thing that we have to worry about now is how many people don't play music or a sport. Let's go back and look at our table one more time. And does not play a sport, does not play an instrument. There are 7. So we're going to make sure we put that last value in here, 7. And save and close that. There is my Venn diagram. It is labeled. I can see it well. It's clear, and it's going to make these questions So easy to answer. How many people play music? 3 plus 8 is 11. How many people play a sport? 8 plus 2 is 10. How many people play a sport but don't play music? 2. How many people play either an instrument or they're in a sport? You could add all three of these. 3 plus 8 plus 2 is 13. This creates a nice visual, whereas the table gives some information in a little bit different way. What I'm going to do next is you can copy this, do a right, Control C, sorry, and copy this, and then you can paste your Venn diagram into your work.